fucking
12 years ago.
No way.
Due to lack of oxygen in the brain.
Look how young he is, too.
It's like Casey's here with us now.
Oh, he's going for it.
He's still going. He's going, dude.
It's EMG pickups because they help you get the heaviest tone possible. Head over to emgpickups.com and use my promo code HEAVY at checkout and get 15% off. And then once you write the heaviest song of all time, head over to distrokid.com/VIP/Garza and save 30% off your membership to get all your songs on all streaming platforms. And now to the heaviest podcast of all time. That's smoking, right? Just a little bit of cancer.
You see that South Park episode when the fucking Randy Stan's dad's like trying to get a medical marijuana license, but you're only allowed to get it if you have like a medical need. So he's like microwaving his balls.
Oh yeah, and then have massive balls.
Yeah. And they're all like,
wheelbarrow with it.
Randy, what are you doing? Oh, don't worry, Stan. I'm just trying to get a little bit of cancer.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Not now, Stan. I'm trying to get some cancer.
Yeah. It's like microwaving his balls.
Oh my god, they got fucking massive.
Yeah.
They're like hopping around on him like those little like toys, the little like.
Yeah.
Jay, pull up that picture of Randy Marsh on his balls.
Huge balls.
Look up balls on Google. Oh no.
Make sure you get those two. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
He's got the wheelbarrow, too.
Dude, but then they're hopping. The lower one, they're hopping around on it right there. Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
So
that's
sick.
Super sick.
Dude, ever since they
Undefeated.
are they have a doll of that.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I would have that around the house, dude.
That's so sick.
Especially you have kids. Jeez, oh wow.
Go.
The boys on tour.
Dude, the baked one at the bottom there.
No way. The bong.
Over one. There you go.
Yeah.
Just a little cancer stand.
Dude, South Park, ever since they came out, dude, they were swinging, and they still push it.
Oh yeah.
They still push it.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
they never
crazy.
stopped.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you get away with like what like the stuff that they say? They just.
I feel like it's because they just like there's no bias. Like it's just like make fun of everything.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like there's one. They're like they don't lean one way. I feel like that's how they get away with it. Because if it's like too much like one or the other, you get both sides being like.
Oh yeah.
But they just make fun of everything equally. I guess
Yeah.
it's still pretty like.
It's pretty out there.
Dude, you'll fucking hear something, you're like, can he say that?
I know.
If anyone else will say that, they'll get canceled like
Immediately.
immediately. But South Park just has this freedom. And you're right, they do kind of pick on everybody, which is how it should be.
Yeah.
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 No one is safe.
There's this really cool,
no
like,
one's safe.
super short, like 10-minute documentary about like how like much pressure they're under to like make an episode because like shit just becomes not funny or not relevant like immediately.
Yeah.
So they make everything like in a weekend. Like they make a whole episode like in a weekend or in a day just to be like put it out for the next Monday to be like, oh, this is still funny. Like you know what I mean? Like it's pretty crazy how like they're on it.
Yeah, man.
Is that 6 days to air? Is
Yeah.
that the documentary?
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That sounds so stressful.
Dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great watch though.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're all saying like, oh, this is the worst episode ever, and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of like how we are with like albums and songs.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, this song sucks, and then it goes out there and then
It's like a
people
single.
love it or
Yeah.
whatever.
like really?
Yeah, but you're putting out a song every week for like 25 years. That's pretty much how that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I wonder where you get that creative output, because that's pretty like unmatched and unheard of. They're just constantly like up in their game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they do a lot of drugs.
You have to like
Something, yeah.
what like mushrooms.
Oh, they're doing.
You
something.
have to acid. They're definitely on acid.
Yeah.
You have to be, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you ever seen something high? You're like, oh, this makes sense now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, totally. Well, holy moly, gotta do an intro. I am honored to have Angelmaker here.
Hell yeah.
Almost
thanks.
a whole band, but what? So what's up with Casey? What the fuck happened? Come on. What the fuck happened?
He drove all last night, and he
okay.
said he only slept for like 2 hours, so he wanted to catch up on some sleep now before the day, I guess.
Sure, it's smart.
Yeah.
But, you can still give him as much shit as you want.
Yeah, we can just rip on him for an hour.
An hour, dude. That's what we're doing. Seniors kind of have it tough, huh? Because you guys got to rest and rest your voice.
Yeah. We also don't have crew, so
Yeah.
we do everything ourselves.
Yeah.
Like Casey does the majority of the driving. Mike and I do merch. Like we don't have enough room in our van for crew because there's so many of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit up Matt. Like, is there 6 of you or 7 of you?
Yeah, and then I was like,
I
there's
didn't-
6.
There's 6.
Never mind, there's 5 now.
Yeah. On the road, usually 6, but in total 7.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
How does that affect the you guys riding? A lot of good creative input, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was kind of brought in as the new guy to help Colton with some writing because he was doing a majority of it before. And then I kind of rolled in and we started collaborating on some songs, or I would, write a lot of my own stuff. And just to kind of loosen the load for him a bit because he had been doing everything essentially, except for obviously leads and stuff that Matt would do. So, I don't know. The creative process for writing with this amount of people has been great, honestly. Like, it hasn't really felt too arduous or anything like that. It's felt pretty good.
Yeah, so so you and Colin kind of split it, and then Matt, you probably brought in. I heard you brought in some like leads,
melodies, harmonies, solos.
hotness.
Yeah.
It's hotness.
A little bit of spice on top.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sick.
Matt has a really good sense of melody in a different way that I think a lot of other people approach melody, because he comes from such an old school background of like Van Halen and stuff like that. So there's so much feel. It's not even like there's technicality to what he writes, but there's so much feel in it as well. And I think that's what like makes his solos different from other band solos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here and suck your dick for a minute.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah, Matt obviously practices at home, and it makes me want to practice.
Yeah, it's I mean, this is basically, since I started, that's all I would do, like for years and years, just like play guitar. Didn't have a girlfriend for a long time. Play guitar.
How'd you start playing, Matt?
I was watching, I think it was like School of Rock when I was a kid.
School Rock.
Yeah. It was that, and
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
School Rock.
I was around the same age as those kids too.
We just watched School Rock
Yeah.
on the Europe tour, and we were all just geeking out. Like, it's such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's like, this is sick.
Yeah.
School Rock. Oh my goodness.
But it was that and watching videos of like Van Halen and stuff. So wanting to be like that good, I was like, man, this guy's crazy. Like as a kid, I was like, I've never seen anything like this, or the sounds he makes with the guitar. I was like, how do you do that? So I wanted to do that and just started figuring stuff out. Learned how to play guitar off YouTube videos, and that's pretty much it.
How old were you when you
I
started?
was like 13 or 14.
Sick,
So
yeah.
it's been a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you had YouTube.
I had YouTube, but it was like new at the time.
Early days with
Yeah.
YouTube.
It was like early.
Yeah.
So there's like not much
Well,
out
there's
there at the
weird
time.
stuff.
Weird
on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Weird YouTube.
I mean, it's weird now, but
Yeah.
early YouTube was something else.
There was weird. So, well, I honestly don't know weird YouTube. Yeah, because I mean, most people, it's big because we're all late in the game. But you knew what was on there earlier. What was even on there?
It was like that like evolution of dance was
They
like the
didn't
biggest.
have like they didn't have all the like like they try to make YouTube like safe for people.
wow.
These days, kids and stuff like that. They like there's all those checkpoints when you're uploading a video to make sure like it's content you own and also like suitable for the greater audience. And YouTube back in the day was just like upload anything you want. It's
Dude,
crazy.
It was the Wild West. I mean, copyright like barely existed too. So like
Yeah.
people would like upload music videos and get like more views on that video than the original upload.
Yeah.
And they would just like make money off of it because there was really no copyright system in place yet.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy, man. It was the Wild West out there.
Oh, yeah.
Early YouTube days.
It was like the beginning of like Flash and stuff too, with like E-Bomb's World and like all those like
Those were the viral videos.
That's what I'm saying. So like they took all those videos from like E-Bomb's World and all those like albino black sheep and stuff like that, and then like put them on YouTube, and people were just like losing it, you know.
Millions of views.
yeah.
Like thousands,
Oh, yeah.
millions.
Oh yeah.
Or just like webcam videos.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Numa
Like mom-
Numa.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
People
saying.
dancing in front of webcams. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Or-
it.
I'm going back to Matt. You
Yeah.
playing guitar, your videos just like in a laundry room or something.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah,
mom
just
gets
Oh,
the
for
stuff
camera
like
sure.
that,
stuff,
yeah.
My
you
first
know?
covers are just like super shoddy little like handy cam, just like perched on a tripod or a shelf, and just like terrible audio quality, just peaking the mix and just.
Dude, I really wish Casey was in here now because there's that video of him screaming
And he
passes out
during
during his cover.
He does. He's doing a vocal cover of.
I haven't seen that.
Dude,
I
it's
don't think
so
I've seen
you
that.
can literally look it up.
We gotta. Oh, so is this on YouTube?
I think it is. It's called Enzite Fail because he did a Enzite cover by Heaven Shall Burn.
Why is it still up? Take
Yeah.
that shit down.
Because it's funny.
You fucking passed out.
I think it's
Oh
just
my
called Enzite Fail.
Insight fail.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Are
Wait,
we gonna be
wait.
able to find this?
Just put Enzite Fail. Go down a bit.
We have to find this.
I don't think I've seen this.
Dude. Oh no.
Did he take it off?
It might be private.
No.
Of course, the first one's like Slaughtered Fail.
Yeah.
What's this?
There it is, right there.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Right. Hold up.
This is so fucking
12
funny.
years ago.
No way.
Due to lack of oxygen in the brain.
Look how young
Look
he
at
is,
young.
dude.
It's like Casey's here with us now.
Oh, he's going for it. A
Come
young
on.
Casey.
He's feeling it right there.
Do it. Oh, he's already feeling like shit. No. This song rips though.
It does.
Yeah.
Ready? Ready? He starts fading away.
He's still going.
He's
gone.
going,
He's just gone.
He's gone.
Is he passing out and still singing?
No,
No,
he's out.
He's just
Oh, he's
out.
The video keeps going too.
Just so long of him not being conscious.
When did this come out?
This is 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
So
Dude,
good.
dude,
man.
He's
so
come a long
funny.
way.
He starts just fading away, like out of frame.
Right
There he
now.
is.
Dude, we need to clip that and use it for memes.
That's so good.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
So
why,
anyways.
yeah, why haven't you made that into like a reel?
I
right.
didn't know that existed until now.
Really?
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
We
it's
don't
so
even
good.
want to bring up the
Wow.
A Day to Remember cover.
Oh, God.
Oh,
YouTube is crazy. I think we all have private videos of like, I think I have like ancient covers on there that just
Oh, yeah.
sound like
Same.
ass that
Oh,
I just
yeah.
made private. But,
Oh, yeah.
you know, y'all got to start somewhere.
yeah, you hear like Mr. Beast talk about it a lot. Like, you know, he like deleted a lot of like his videos and he wish he didn't. Yeah, but at least keep it private.
Yeah,
You don't have
so-
to delete it, just make them private. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Then maybe if you change your mind, you could make it public.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give yourself the option.
I didn't know you could make videos private, and then I ended up just like deleting a bunch, and then I
Oh,
regret
no.
it.
Silly Steven.
But I got a couple private still, that are still cringeworthy.
Hell yeah.
What you have up there?
I got a cover from No Time to Bleed up there actually. Wake Up, first song.
Really?
It's like on a shitty fucking Dell webcam, and it just like
Yeah.
sounds like noise. It's
I
just
think,
shots.
I think I have
Yeah.
destruction of a statue.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely have a OG No Pity cover on there,
Yeah.
too, for sure.
It's all on
So
YouTube.
we're just like
Yeah.
all covering
Yeah.
Suicide Silence.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we all did it, I
Yeah.
guess.
YouTube was weird. You're right.
Yeah.
Like a fucking cover. Oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah, man.
And now we're here. It's crazy.
It's weird. And you guys came from Vancouver, man. I mean, me and Johnny spoke about this a while already. But man, where you guys came from is pretty. It's a trip out of how far along your band has come.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
for
guys.
sure.
You know, I mean, speaking of Casey, that isn't here, but yeah, because so you started the band with Casey and basically in his dad's house.
Kinda, yeah. Actually, like, to go way back,
Time machines go.
the band was mostly, I guess, started by Casey, Colton, and our old guitarist, Cody. because you joined just after the original kind of like cover band thing. And our old drummer, Jesse. But yeah, it was just like a bunch of dudes in high school, mostly playing metalcore covers. Like they did a lot of like Parkway Drive, Killswitch Engage, Lamb of God, kind of like that kind of stuff. And I was friends with all them, but I was like the deathcore kid, and they were a little bit more like the metalcore kids. Colton was into deathcore, but they kind of were doing their thing, and they had another vocalist for a little bit. And Casey actually played bass to start, like way back. Like,
really?
Yeah, way back. Sick. And then he went to vocals, and they had another vocalist who was kind of like not super reliable. And I remember just like going to their practices, going to their shows, and just being like stoked that like my homies were playing music. And I always wanted to be in a band, but I tried playing guitar and drums, and I sucked at both of them, like terrible. And so like Colton and I were like working on songs on the side while they were doing their thing. And that's when I like started learning like deathcore vocals. Or
I remember too, you came to that one cover show that we did,
Yeah.
and you did like the like heavier vocal parts too.
Yeah.
And then that was just like, whoa.
Yeah, and then so like they kind of were like, other vocalist wasn't super reliable, kind of got rid of him. Then they asked me if I wanted to join, and Cole was in the band at this time too. And then we all kind of started still tiptoeing in like the cover realm of things. I think we played 2 shows together, doing like a battle of the bands kind of like cover show thing. And Colton and I had started writing some deathcore stuff on the side, and they as a band also started writing some original music, which was more metalcore. Those songs didn't really ever come to like fruition as far as like Angelmaker goes, but some of the demo stuff that Colton and I were writing, which was like Blaze and Satan Force from Decay, like we were writing those songs kind of to the side. We introduced them to the rest of the guys, and then just kind of like snowballed from there. We originally like put our shitty demos on Facebook, and
Fuck yeah, you did.
Yeah, and then a local producer in the area had heard the demos and was like, he had done some really cool like local deathcore stuff.
Yeah.
Bands like Between Seas, Doom Cannon, Cleanse Kill, Argent Strand. Those are all like bands from our area.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So or around our area, somewhere from Calgary. But yeah, he offered to like record our stuff. So it was like really cool for us. We're like, oh, they've done all these really cool local bands. Let's do it. So we did the newest song we had at the time, which is a dumb song title, but we called it Squirrels. We recorded that song for free with the local engineer, which was like Curtis Buckle at the time. And we loved how it sounded. So then we had some surplus of material, kind of honed it in, and that was what ended up being like Decay. And then we went and had our first like full studio experience, like in terms of recording like an EP and all those things. And then yeah, just kind of started in the local circuit, and we were a local band for a really long time. Like, so we just grinding it out. And that's kind of the beginning of it all. Yeah.
You guys were like 16 when you did that, right? Something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. We all went to the same high school, so it was like, and our high school was like very like upper middle class, very like conservative kind of high school. And so like there wasn't very many of us that all liked metal. So it was
That's how, like, we weren't even in the same grade. Like,
Yeah.
I would just see Colton walking down the hall with a Cannibal Corpse shirt. I'm like, oh, you're one of those guys. Like,
yeah. Same
and
with
then
Cole.
we all just started
Those
talking.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dime a dozen.
Well, because you're not even gonna see like barely metalcore shirts at our high school.
No,
really.
for sure. So
Were you listening to a metal
Yeah.
then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so you meant those guys, but like me, right?
yeah,
Well, just, yeah, like,
Okay.
just any
No,
sort of
for
like
sure.
just like metal or like, okay, this guy knows like.
Because like at our high school there was maybe like 10 kids who listened to metal, or like 10 kids who wore metal shirts. Like
Of course,
out
you
of,
have- you have
and
like that
my
10.
my
Yeah.
grad
Yeah,
class had like
yeah,
250 kids.
Yeah.
So like there's
Are you serious?
yeah. So
Wow.
there's like 3 of us that listen to metal in my entire grad class. So
Yeah.
like it was very like you see people that you can kind of vibe with, and you're like, hey,
You're one of us.
Yo, do you know Gojira?
hey, what about Job for a Cowboy? Like, you know, like, so it was really cool. Like, that it started that way. And yeah, we were super young. We were just like 15, 16. Like when we started writing Decay, I was 16. Casey and Jesse were like 15. Cole's like, 17. We're like really, really young, writing like just what we thought sounded cool. And yeah, just perfect kind of time and place too, because it was like the end of the MySpace era. Like I was still surfing MySpace like heavily, using blogs and stuff to download music, like Deathcore is Sexy and all those kind of OG.
Excuse me?
Yeah, there's a blog called Deathcore is Sexy, and you could download like everything on there. Like,
Wait, so it was a blog spot?
yeah, yeah. That was how I got into like deathcore like heavily. Was like cruising blogs, just downloading like Duckcore, Jugcore, Total Deathcore, Deathcore is Sexy, the Daily Mosh. That was like how I got like heavy into like all the deathcore stuff and cruising MySpace, of course. But the good thing about the blogs was you could download the records there, illegal, but helped get my feet in the door.
That's okay. I'm broke. It's not fine.
But they always had links to all the MySpace pages. So like I never had a MySpace myself, but being able to like cruise through the MySpaces and see like all the layouts and all the merch,
sick.
and dude, it was such a critical time. But yeah, when we like put out our music, it was the beginning of the Facebook era. So like it was like bands tagging bands, like for like, share for share, kind of all those things.
That was Facebook, huh?
Yeah.
Oh wow. It's
Yeah.
true.
So it was like a weird, like I always think like 2011 was such a like I was in grade 11 in 2011, so I was probably 17. And like 2011 in my opinion was like the last kind of year of like the end of the MySpace, the beginning of the Facebook, because we put out Decay in 2012, and I feel like that was the newer kind of era of people just not using MySpace, using Facebook, utilizing YouTube, doing all those kinds of things, and yeah, just super weird time. I feel lucky that we just sent it when we did.
You guys just let's just start posting our covers now.
Yeah. I mean, we also, it was like, and I'm rambling a lot here, but one other really important thing I think for the growth of the band at the beginning was our school had like what would be considered like a digital media academy. So you could take photography, graphic design, sound recording, games design, and I think there was one more.
You say marketing?
Marketing. You could take all of those at once. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah, which was super cool. So like at the very beginning of the band, like I was learning graphic design, I was learning sound recording, I was learning all those things, photography and stuff. Like Cole was in photography with me. We would use the skills we learned in photography to take like promos. I was in graphic design. I created like the original Angelmaker logo, the one we still use. I made that in high school in graphic design.
You made that logo.
That one right there on the laminate.
Yeah, I made that. Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty next level, dude. It's a fucking
I
sick
made that when I was like
too,
15.
Man. Yeah.
Like,
That's a sick ass logo.
Yeah.
And
So-
you were 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I made that in high school.
sick.
and
That's
like
like
same
OG.
thing with like sound recording. Like Colton and I learned like our first like skills to like record demos and everything like that in high school. So like we would be in class with like the rest of our peers. They're all like making little,
Right there. That's the original
Fruit
one.
Loops. They're making like Fruity Loops beats and like just like random shit, and we're just like sitting there like recording terrible sounding demo deathcore, like
Computer mic.
Yeah, in high school, like Colton would bring his guitar to the school, and we would just like making deathcore in the corner of the class.
That's
like,
so sick.
So like, shout out to my school for like enabling like the growth of all of us early. Like, yeah,
For sure.
I never heard of anything like that.
yeah, it was really cool. Like our school's like still kind of renowned, but like there's the arts part of our school is like super big. Like our drama, like even like the drama classes, like there's some like big actors that went to our school that like took drama in our school and like kind of moved on from there. So like yeah, the arts and the music in our school was like super kind of revered, which at the time I was just like smoking weed, skateboarding. I don't give a shit about all that, but I'm like, oh yeah, deathcore sick. So.
Fucking sick, dude. Oh my god, I'm high as fuck.
Yeah. It was like I went to a different high school, but it was kind of the same thing. Like we had a really big arts program, and a lot of kids went to like Emily Carr, which is like a really good school for like
Art.
yeah, like art in general. But my music teacher that I had, he did this program called like Rock School. And at the end of the year, you would play in a theater that we had connected to the school, and you play in front of 300 people. That's usually always sold out. And he ended up winning a Juno Award, which is like a Canadian Grammy for like Teacher of the Year. So him doing that and like pushing kids to like, you know, focus on those kind of things really is what like made me want to become a musician too. So like throughout school, and you know, he taught recording arts, and he taught like, okay, this is how you properly use Logic and everything. So like those kind of skills and stuff were like really important back then. You kind of like whatever about it, but you know, now realizing it, it's like, wow, I'm really thankful that I got to do all those things and like gave me skills for nowadays, right? So
Yeah, those are skills you guys are using now.
yeah, exactly.
In like a way, like modern ways. I mean, that also explains why you guys are still independent. So why you need anything else, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's like,
self-sufficient.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, well, I learned all this shit like when I was a kid, so I might as well just keep.
Just keep doing it.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised how many people are lazy and just don't learn that stuff.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's even now with like younger bands, older bands. It's like there's like something that you sure learn, but they don't. You guys just naturally just had that. It's fucking cool.
It's weird.
It's
Yeah.
weird, huh?
It is. Yeah.
It's kind of like what you were learning like chose you.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I've always wondered like you get like a idea or you want to do something. Let's say you want to be in like a band, and then these things kind of just come at you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But you have the thought. Or
It's like
something.
manifesting your destiny, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when things manifest into reality, I think like that it comes with like little like ideas or things to learn. You know, a class is gonna pop up or a rip will come out of here. Or you meet this person at some party and then you buy weed from this person. You know, it's just like, these things are just like around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
And you guys found each other. It's pretty sick. Same,
Yeah.
so same high school.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
me.
Except for Steven and I.
And me.
And
I live all the way in New York, so
Yeah,
I'm
you
like
were
across the
you're-
country.
you're-
Yeah.
Where are you living now?
Bronx,
Bronx.
New York.
Bronx,
like,
baby.
Born and raised, lived there all my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're in a band that's clear across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We make it work.
Cross country in a different
And across the
country.
continent. Yeah.
Across different country.
Oh yeah.
Was there any? Are you guys talking about perhaps moving or?
That's up to you, Steven.
That's on Steve.
I don't know if I could ever leave New York, to be honest. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
I know it like the back of my hand. I was a bike messenger for a bit. Like, I pretty much know every neighborhood. Like,
Whoa.
I don't know. It's like, it's my place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I get it.
vibes.
I don't think I could leave Van.
Yeah.
myself.
Van's
Same.
sick though. I love every time I go over there. Like I have a blast. Like it's I think it's the perfect balance between like if you want like a nice downtown area to chill, get some good food, or just go for like a hike, literally 10 minutes,
Yeah.
30 minutes.
You
like,
have that
Like
option.
anywhere.
fucking
Yeah.
like some
Yeah.
crazy ass scenery out there. And I'm a sucker for nature, so ironically as a city boy, but,
Yeah.
you know.
I love it when Steven comes to Vancouver. It's fun.
It's like,
Yeah.
But I'm
It's
just
like,
thinking,
whoa,
mountains.
the pain remains. You should have seen his face when we actually had time to go around New York. You know?
Yeah.
He's like, oh my gosh, let me show you this place.
Yeah, we did a
go
full week,
here.
week of rehearsals in Queens before Pain Remains tour. So Steven got to be our guide,
That was
Yeah.
sick.
took
That
us
was
around
fun.
New York.
Yeah.
Tell me you'd see that face and take this guy away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty fun because, like, I don't know, I was just showing them pretty much, like, all the touristy stuff, but, like, you know, some things that not every tourist knows, you know, like certain
Locals
spots.
only.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And a week is not enough, but I did what I could, you know what I mean? But,
Oh, it
like,
was still a
there's-
lot, man.
Yeah, we saw a lot of
We
stuff.
still experienced a lot. It was great.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did something, like, every day. Aside
Yeah.
from, like, practice for 3 hours, 10 hours at least, just exploring, you know?
It was nice to just hang out too.
Yeah.
Just to hang
Yeah, it
out
was
with each
great.
other and just bond as a team,
course.
right? So
Yeah.
But it has been pretty smooth having Steven in the band now, anyways, even though he does live across the continent, you know? Like,
yeah.
we make it work. We fly him out or we go to him,
Yeah.
and it's just the way it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
So since obviously you're clear across the fucking country, like how'd you end up joining the band?
So Colton had all right. So this story goes back a little bit. So I was in a band before this called Last 10 Seconds of Life. I don't know if you remember, but we were supposed to go on a tour in Europe with Shadow, Angelmaker, and Aversion's Crown originally. So Colton had hit me up to fill in potentially for Angelmaker on that tour since I was already going to be in Europe. Then COVID moved that like fucking, I don't know,
three times
or some shit, whatever. The lineup got changed like 3 times. And then it didn't happen. I ended up learning the songs anyway, had it in a pocket. And then I just ended up leaving Last 10. And Colton hit me around. He hit me up like around that same time where I was like moving on from Last 10. And I was like, dude, like this would probably be a way better opportunity. And like I know the song, so like why not? And then also like Chaos and Carnage, like who's gonna say no to, you know what I mean? Like that lineup was fucking stacked. So and then I guess like just word of mouth, really, just like going on the road with like whether it be from Last 10 or like previous projects, and just doing local stuff and just like being active on the internet. You know, nowadays everyone's on their phone, so
and we had heard nothing but good things about Steven. Like when we were like looking around trying to find somebody to like fill in for the moment, which was chaos. Like originally it was Europe, and then it was Chaos.
Right.
We had heard like Steven's the fucking best. He's such a good drummer. He's such a good guy.
He's so cool. He's so hot. You'll love him.
Exactly.
He's super hot.
So,
He's from the Bronx.
He's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
So we picked him up for Chaos, and then
kind of never
history
looked
ever
back.
since.
Right?
then he fit right in.
Yeah.
So
It was
like,
his unofficial tryout.
Yeah.
And he passed with flying carpets.
I remember they were dropping me off at the airport like after the Regent Theater show to fly back home, and Mike was like, yeah, so like I'm gonna, I want to ask you if you want to like join, but like think about it, like don't. And I was just like, think about it. Like, what is there to think about?
Do you remember what you did
easiest, like,
too?
answer. What?
So Steven goes, yeah, I'll let you guys know. And then just like, and then he walks to his gate, like in the distance, like in the sunset, kind of like looks back with a little smirk. And I'm like, this fucking guy.
This guy.
I'm like, man. And I was like, what if he says no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think he wants to join?
That fucking deep East Coast came out.
Oh, yeah.
It was
That's fucking
I don't
sick.
know, like, sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
But what? Okay, so you said that, but what were you actually thinking? You're like, going, yes.
I just wanted to make sure, like, so obviously I was a fill-in. Like, I didn't really know how the band operated, like, on the inside, like, business aspect. Just from previous experiences, I just wanted to make sure it's, like, somewhere I can feel comfortable, like, financially, personally, like, just, like, everything included, just the whole picture, and, like, literally just 10 out of 10 hits every mark. Like, I'm super comfortable, no issue at all, honestly, so... Super stoked on it.
Hell yeah.
We take care of our boy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
That is so sick, dude.
Yeah.
It's slow-mo walks
Those are
away,
words
just
from a
like-
traumatized individual.
Just don't
I'll
show
let
your
you
true
know.
hand.
Yeah, that's why you play music. We're all fucking traumatized,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You turn that into a sound. You guys made your own sound, and even though you grew up with the MySpace era and to transition to Facebook era, that's corn. So you guys made your own. You guys made your own thing. It's cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Well, like I can't even tell. Like who was? Do you like? Cause it's crazy how deathcore kind of became like this umbrella. Just like all genres of music. Like it's like what is that? It's like this crazy umbrella. And you guys found your spot and sound. It's dope.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
You know.
Yeah.
I remember like watching you guys. I'm like, damn, what is this? How far music has come has been a fucking crazy like journey. For me personally, the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Everybody's sick, and I want to be sick too.
You guys
are sick.
We just listened to your record yesterday.
Oh,
New
shit.
one. Yeah.
all the way
Cool.
through.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fucking
It's
awesome.
Yeah.
So so let's go Garza. It's good, but like man, that shit sucks, dude. Fuck, man, dude. Oh yeah, I was telling Matt, man, you guys like all these bands coming out right now. Like, it's just it makes I haven't played this much guitar since I was a kid. Since I was like 14.
Yeah.
It's just being on tour with bands like you guys and like seeing people rip. I'm like, dude, I I gotta practice.
Yeah.
There's so many talented people nowadays. It's crazy.
It's
man.
very inspiring,
nuts.
though.
It is.
It's
It
awesome.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. You know, you hear about like the low in our genre. It's very true, man. Like, you know, the number of tours, you know, it's like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
But then, like, shit is different now. It is.
Oh, yeah.
It has
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
You know.
But I feel like it's bigger than ever now too, because totally COVID helped with everything. It's now just like, and how big Lorna has gotten recently. It's like insane to see a band like that, how heavy they are, and like playing with everybody now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think they're definitely a band that's helping everyone else go up in the whole scene too. So yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. How's that tour with the Lorna?
it was amazing.
Unreal.
Insane. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
literally just wild.
Yeah.
I couldn't even, I could like barely process what was happening most days. And I actually did drum tech for 7 shows on that tour.
Yeah.
So I rode with the boys and, helped set up and all that stuff. And then like my guys came, I had to set up my stuff and like, it was crazy days, but like, bro, like it was awesome. I
Yeah.
loved it. It
Steven
was great.
stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. and then maybe like a 30-minute break for like food
Oh my
in between.
goodness.
Like that's what I was working with, man.
Yeah.
But it was so worth it. Like
Yeah.
it was awesome.
So much
Loved it.
respect for those guys, man. Like
Yeah.
they are just so humble. And like, a band at that level, they don't necessarily have to be. They could be like,
Sure, of course.
if they really wanted to, but they're not because they've been through it, man. 10 years of fucking just slogging it out, being
Yeah.
a band, and they are at the highest level they've ever been at, and they still, give us the time of day.
Yeah.
Adam every day asked if we needed anything, and they took care of us,
Yeah.
which was great. Because, like I said, they didn't have to do that, but they did.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
So,
all really good dudes.
Always respect
Yeah.
them very much for that.
Great dudes, man. You guys were second on this lineup, and it's crazy to see you guys just go up in a lineup. You guys are direct support to the sold out fucking tour, man. That's fucking,
Yeah, we're very spoiled.
Yeah.
Genuinely very spoiled.
Yeah.
How'd you guys do that? My gosh, dude! Holy shit, dude! I always say, but I just love seeing shit like that from like afar. I just like being a like observer. It's like, man, what? I try so hard not to be a dad. I just want to text like you guys and be like, don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
But no, we appreciate. I like that stuff though.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Like,
Yeah.
like I said to you before when we toured with you in Chaos, like having Eddie like give us advice and all you guys give us advice. Like that stuff means a lot to all of
Yeah.
us because
Cool.
we looked up to you guys and getting to hear that from you guys is like next level shit.
It also goes back to what you were saying about like inspiration too. We think we're like this young band or whatever, and then you're up there playing guitar like you're a 16-year-old that had their first Red Bull. I'm like, holy shit, man, I gotta step my game up.
Yeah,
You're like, going
my
in.
God.
You're absolutely shredding it.
Yeah.
Thank
I was
you.
like, holy shit, man. Like, dude, he's killing it. still killing it.
It's
That's-
really
yeah.
inspiring.
That's why you just play open strings. You can do it.
You got it, baby.
Yeah.
I'm cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was hanging out with Suffocation this week, and
Nice.
I'm like looking at them, like, oh, we're fucking nothing, dude. They're fucking like mid 50s, still headbanging. Like
Yeah.
Suffocation are OGs, man.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
seen it in a person. Like I was like, oh my fucking god, Terrence, dude, is still ripping the fucking OG slam, dude.
Yeah.
It
So
was
sick.
so fucking cool to see him, man. I probably talked about it in the past fucking 5 podcasts, but dude, I got they got to get it, man.
Yeah.
The Godfathers.
They are literally the fucking god. They are like the real shit.
I remember
dude.
seeing them like way back, like as a kid, and just being like, "This is so crazy." And like Frank with his like the mannerisms and shit. I was like, "Dude, this is so hard, man. Like it's so hard." They played BTK and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
They're dope fucking
this
band.
band goes hard."
Yeah. They're so sick.
Arguably, it's been said they wrote the first slam ever.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Godfathers, man.
Not-
Genuinely.
Yeah.
91.
Yeah.
so sick.
So they're based out of Long Island. Steven, did you ever see him?
Yeah,
Up there?
Not in Long Island. I'm pretty sure I've seen him somewhere. Oh yeah, I've seen him at Gramercy. I forget which tour it was though.
It's crazy
But,
how
yeah,
the
they're
slam
sick.
scene came so hard out of New York like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bro.
Like with internal,
dude.
bleeding
bleeding, yeah.
and
Yeah.
suffocation, pyrexia. Like it's crazy. Like,
Staten Island's
nuts.
got
Yeah.
some local slam bands too and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's just a vibe over there.
I think it's kind of cool in general that now that, you know, deathcore is coming up to where it is, a lot of the other subgenres are also getting their day in the sun, including slam.
Yeah.
Like kids fuck with slam now.
Yeah.
Peeling
It's
flesh.
the coolest peeling flesh.
is
Peeling
sick.
Flesh,
Peeling
sick.
Flesh,
If you've never listened to
brother.
Peeling Flesh,
I literally heard the band name for the first time yesterday.
they
Dude.
are so sick.
Literally,
gotta-
you
we just
have
played
to
with them,
listen
too.
to their
Yeah.
EPs.
Yeah, we played with them in OKC.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And they
see.
were so sick.
Nice, dude.
Their whole vibe, they don't take themselves too seriously, but they're still just fucking brutal as hell. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I love slam.
Flesh.
Slam
Wait,
is gangster rap.
Yeah.
have I heard this before?
I don't know.
Slam is gangster
Slam is
rap.
gangster rap.
Oh wait, yeah, I think there's our flyer.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we played with them. Okay.
Yeah, they're sick.
And they got like the calves and heads, like old school, like super
Nice.
sick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were crushing it live. They were so fucking dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's former members of Strangled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael also plays in Cell, and he used to play in a band called, I think, Commotio Cordis, and another. He's been in
A
lots
lot
of
of
bands.
bands. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally everybody on the tour when we played with them in OKC just all bought their merch.
Yeah.
So everybody on the tour package has the exact same fucking shirt.
Oh, yeah.
So we're like trying to figure out who's gonna wear the shirt on what day.
Oh, yeah. I was. So yeah, we have heard of them. They're fucking sick. I'm like, why? I think I told them like, what's up with your band marketing? It's terrible because they have a band shirt that does not have the band name.
Oh,
it's,
the
the
Waffle House.
Waffle
Yeah.
House
one?
Last
Shirt.
one.
No, it's oh fuck. It's they have a T-shirt. It doesn't have the band name on it, but a lot of people know it was like a slang or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh
It was
shit.
like some fuck. Yeah, it was a SG, something like that. What was it SGG
It's for all the knowers.
I think it's Slam.
Yeah.
Slam?
It's
We're
slamming
guessing.
gangster groove.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slam is gangster rap.
Slam is gangster rap. That's their thing, and I fucking love it. It's the hardest thing of all time.
So sick.
Actually, what's funny is that I was actually the dumbass because we got the shirt that day. I was like, why have you're dumb not putting your band name on there? And then we played some other random because you play off shows. You're just in a random.
Yeah,
Oklahoma, and then somewhere else random. I don't nowhere close to Oklahoma. And the bartender was like, "Yeah, peeling flesh." I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm the idiot." 'Cause it caught some attention.
Yeah.
Kids
Yeah.
come out for them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
This all happened in real time. I didn't think I knew him. Now I realized. I saw the picture, and it's kind of
It's all coming back.
Yeah.
When you're older, you just chain link things. I don't fucking know what that is, and then it just starts coming back.
Unlock core
It's like a
memories.
fucking-
Jesus Christ.
Johnny turns around. It's like
Holy
someone being
fuck.
dismembered.
What is that cover, dude? Jesus.
That's a cover.
Yeah, you're demonetized now.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's supposed to be, as far as I know, it's supposed to be a play on because all slam bands have the opposite. They have like a bunch of dudes cutting up women.
Oh
and,
yeah.
And it's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
misogynistic.
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be the opposite. It's a bunch of
girls,
women
yeah.
chopping up a dude.
art.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick.
That is some deep art.
Yeah.
That's a beauty shirt right there. Oh
Right,
my
yeah.
goodness. Peeling Flesh, dude, shout out.
Yeah.
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 Big shout out.
Yeah.
Great guys too, man.
Yeah.
Like that, right?
Super nice
What?
guys.
What?
What'd you say?
We said it at the same
Oh,
time.
ha 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 ha.
It's okay. You could,
Oh,
Both you
there it
shut
is,
up.
the Waffle House shirt.
But yeah.
Well, you're kind of the band that you are the band that asked this. Where do you see like the deathcore scene going? Like, could be. I love you guys interpret it that way. 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Where do you guys see it going?
I want to ask Michael this question first because I'm genuinely curious.
Yes,
What
let's do
do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I do think at some point, and we might even be there right now, I do think there's going to be like a level of oversaturation because I think that happens with everything.
Sure. It does.
And certain trends will not be as popular as they are currently. I don't think the genre will ever like go away, and I don't think it will be like, I don't think it will be the exact same as how it used to be, like with, the the end of the MySpace era, there was like a lot of oversaturation of deathcore, and only like the bands like, you know, you guys and all the OGs that are still doing it that like stuck through it. I think we're gonna see that again, where there is currently, but there's gonna be a surplus of bands that want to sound like band X, band Y, and they're gonna be putting out records, and they might just put out a record and break up. Like, I think that's going to happen again, because that's what happened in the past.
Yeah.
But all the bands that are like committed to what they perceive deathcore to be, or heavy music or whatever, they're going to stick with it. But yeah, everything runs in circles, right? Like every trend, like fashion, music, like everything is like in a 10 to 15 year cycle. So like things that were cool in the 90s are coming back, you know what I mean? Things that like, and it's just always kind of been like that. So I do think like we're going to hit a saturation point. We're going to hit like a point where people are getting a little bit bored of it and they're going to be looking for something else. But I do think because of how accessible the internet is and how heavy music and deathcore and everything is going now, there's a lot more bands not sticking to like the box or the formula that's going to like keep the genre fresh and like hybridizing lots of genres within the umbrella that we consider like deathcore. So I do think there's longevity to it. I don't know what it's going to be in 5 or 10 years, but I'm in it for the long haul.
Same.
Bands are also looking back now too, so they're like modernizing the older sounds, like bands like Dying Wish,
And Tactosa.
Boundaries, like those kind of bands are borrowing the sounds from the early 2000s and showing kids now that are new to deathcore, this is what deathcore came from, this is what this is. So I feel like we're going to have a lot of that too, where we are going to have those throwback bands for a while. I don't know how long it'll stick around for, but we're going to have that. But
even with like death metal, like, you know, 200 Stab Wounds and Undeath and
Saga Big Bog,
Thank You Sigabog, and Vomit Forth and stuff. That kind of like OG Cannibal Corpse death metal is coming back in a good way as well. But yeah, I don't know. I do like, without, you know, the bias of being on tour with Paleface, I do think that their sound is also the future of the genre as well, because it is a blend of like a lot of things. Deathcore is a very fluid term now. I think it's like it can be anything. Because there's deathcore bands that have clean singing now, and back in the day, it depends on what you consider deathcore.
But this is what I'm saying.
Don't get Mike riled up.
Right there.
Don't get me juiced up.
Everyone is borrowing from each other. You know, that's kind of what's happening right now. That's why I say it's a fluid term, because people have different perspectives on what deathcore is and isn't.
Sure.
But I do think Paleface is one of those bands that are kind of pushing it forward in a different direction as well, with the new metal kind of, you know, Slipknot-y vibe, and there's some slam in there too, and just the vocals are completely different from other bands and stuff. So I don't know. It's hard to say. It's a hard question to answer.
And it's so crazy that who knew that a band will come from Switzerland?
I know. Such a neutral, chilled place with cheese and chocolate.
It's cool, I think, because like that's one thing I think is really cool about like the era of time we live in now with like the internet and stuff like that. Like, I think like if you think back like 10 years,
What a crazy list.
bands like Paleface and like Within Destruction or Vulvodynia or whatever, like bands that are like in not strange, but like more
Africa, dude.
Crazy. That's what I mean. Like detached from the traditional North American markets, are like able to tour and become popular and do these things. Like I don't think it would have been like as easy for artists like that back 10 years ago. So it is really cool like that we are getting like a fresher sound from artists that aren't like necessarily stuck in like trying to replicate the North American like market or sound. They're kind of doing like their own thing from their own place, and through like the power of the internet that like we get to enjoy it and experience it.
It also makes it a global genre now as well, which it kind of maybe necessarily wasn't before. Like
heavy music always has been.
But like, you know, deathcore specifically, whether that was a lucrative thing in Europe for a band like us to tour there or not, you know, 10 years ago is somebody else's opinion, but now it, you know, might be different, right?
Yeah.
So
You're right. It's very like it's more like worldwide now.
It feels like it.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I mean, see, if you're talking Africa, dude, this shit's
Dude, we got Volvadinia, man.
yeah.
It's crazy.
That's sick.
dope.
Yeah.
They're out there slamming in South Africa.
They were almost here. Something happened with their tour.
Yeah.
They were just about to be here. I was fucking stoked.
Yeah.
I want to get him here on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what's it like? Holy shit.
Yeah. That's a lot of questions for them for sure.
Oh yeah. I was
Yeah.
fucking stoked. Look at that, dude. Wow.
They're sick
Different
too.
country.
Look
man.
at them go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You
Amazing.
see a lot of people repping them too.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah.
So okay, Mike, when are you gonna sell your IG name?
Never. Never. I thought about changing it a few times,
Nah.
but
it's
You can't.
Nah,
do it.
I can't.
No.
I can't do it.
dude, that'll be gone instantly.
Oh, right away.
Yeah.
The minute I change it, some kid's like,
Oh yeah, it's gone. It's gone, dude.
Mike Greenwood official. Holy shit.
no.
So for those that don't know, Mike, his IG name is xdeathcorex.
Yeah.
Sometimes people get lucky with a fucking sick IG name. That you got it, dude. You got it.
Yeah, I downloaded Instagram like when it came out, like
Dude, so
first
sick.
thing. Like I remember the terrible little
Yeah.
like image it had, like the little App Store
Oh,
image.
God.
I remember,
Yeah.
and like it was such a basic app, and using 5 million filters and just making my pictures like crushed to hell and just like
It's like deep
just
fried.
just terrible pictures. But I was like, xdeathcorex, like that's sick. Like so, and then I never changed it. I did for a few years get pretty heavy flack though during that time because it was more popular at that time where like X is on both sides is like a straight edge thing, right? So like, and there was bands
You
like,
got beat up.
well, people were like, "Are you claiming edge?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." And they're like, "Well, then change your name." I'm like, "No."
Fight me.
That's like more of a gamer thing in
It
my
was,
book,
it
honestly.
was.
Like,
Well-
I had that in Xbox gamer tags.
My
like,
gamer tag
all
is
the
still
time.
X Rogue Reaper X.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh,
wow.
yeah. like-
These
fuck
X's
those
don't
kids.
stand for kisses.
Oh my goodness.
but yeah, it's
Yeah.
I can't change it.
You can't.
No.
I
love
hope
it.
that you don't have to. I hope that if
I
you do
know.
a verification process that you don't have to change your name.
I know.
Would suck.
Because I had to do that and it fucked me.
I was like,
What?
I don't want to change mine. That would suck.
Well, my original handle was
fucking
Johnny
years.
Got Graham, and I was working on getting it verified, and they were like, you can't have Graham in your handle.
Really?
Yeah, so
sucks.
that's why I had to change it to Growls.
Oh my
People were like,
goodness.
that's lame, and I'm like, I know.
Oh
But
my
it's fine.
goodness, dude.
It all worked out.
Holy moly. Yeah, I mean, you can't ever get a brand name. I was like, okay, xdeathcorex is a great name. And I was thinking about you guys yesterday, then a name popped in my head. Deathcore Daddy. That would also
I
be a
think
great.
isn't
That's
Someone that's
Kyle
That's
Shope?
Kyle,
I
yeah.
think you just had
he's-
Body Snatcher in here. I think Kyle Shope's.
Kyle Shope is-
yeah.
is- is-
Deathcore
is-
Daddy 69.
Yeah, he's like Daddy Deathcore.
Oh, there, yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Daddy.
Daddy Deathcore.
Oh, I just
Hey, it's Michael.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Yeah.
Here's the man.
Look at that tired boy.
What a beautiful
Who's-
man.
Who's that?
Daddy.
Who is that?
Who is
Who is that?
19 followers.
19
Private.
followers.
Yo, that
Oh,
ratio
private.
is crazy.
Open
bro.
that shit up. Let's go.
What a waste of a great name.
Wow. Everyone go let him know privately. He won't
Deathcore
read
Daddy,
it.
Yeah.
dude. What the fuck? What the hell, dude?
Block. Report name. That's my name.
Report reason he's a coward.
Let's get our name back, you fucks. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, also, since we're on this topic, I really appreciate the fact that you guys covered a job for Cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, man.
I mean, talk about like they are OGs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, that EP, dude, holy moly, it's
That,
cool.
that was my personal first exposure to deathcore. I remember being pretty into like metalcore and kind of like that, like Lamb of God, Kill Switch, Bullet for My Valentine, Atreyu, kind of like that realm of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember 8th grade, this dude coming up to me and he's like, "You like metal, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Listen to this. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard." And he showed me Entombment
Entombment, yeah.
Machine by Drop for Cowboy. And I was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
Like, straight up, I was like, nah, this is too crazy. I don't like it. And then literally the next day, I was like, but I kind of want to listen to how crazy that was again.
Same thing, man. Yeah.
And then just being like, you know what? This is sick. Like, and then it's like deep diving from there. And then so, yeah, when we were playing around with the idea of like doing a cover, it was like, let's do something that like inspired all of us. Also the genre itself. And then the idea to do Knee Deep over Entombment was just like, honestly, like, Knee Deep was my favorite song off that EP. Entombment always got like the hype because it's got the video, it's got the scream at the beginning, you know, it's got the virality. But I always loved Knee Deep, and so when we were all talking about it, we were like, why not do like a Job for a Cowboy cover of like Knee Deep and kind of throw back to the reason why we all started playing this.
Yeah. It was hard to redo entirely because the song is originally in drop C, so I wanted to transpose it to our tuning in drop A, which took a minute for sure. And then I mean, they didn't record to a click. I mean, you guys didn't either back in the day, right? You just did live off the floor, right? So it was the same thing with that. So when I was redoing the cover, I had to tap tempo everything.
Oh, wow.
And just like figure it the fuck out. Yeah. You know, it was like a floating tempo.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was fun to do.
Yeah.
Nothing in this song ever stays the same either. It's just like
different.
riffs on top of riffs. It's so hard to memorize.
It was the same with the lyrics too. Like I own a few versions. I love collecting like old school deathcore stuff. So like I own a few versions of that Doom EP. Oh, and wow. Every single version has the same like print of lyrics, and they're like wrong. Like they're not all the lyrics are like in the lyric book.
Oh yeah.
So we had to like crank the music and be like, I think he's saying this, like to cover it, because there's not actually like the proper lyrics, and the lyrics also like that are printed in the book like are written a certain way, but they're said a different way in the song. So we had to like almost rewrite the lyrics for the song to make the cover work, which was super weird.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're sick. I remember when they came out, I was pissed.
Really?
Yeah, I was pissed when they came out. Because they were popping off in where I was from, and it's because Job for a Cowboy, like it was really, they were like for me like the first real competition.
Right. Yeah.
It's like that. This is not our town anymore.
Yeah.
It's not like us, like SS just killing all of our local bands. Like I mean, me and Mitch were like, okay, no matter who play with us, they're dead. And sure enough. But then once I heard them, I was like, this is real now.
Yeah.
And we're just like, I don't know if we did it on purpose, but we were both just like
trying to one up each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Our first tour ever was with them, and their first tour was with them, and no one knows that the tour even like existed. And we're kind of talking shit on like each other, you know. And but that, I mean, like the competition, it was just like it was real, and I wanted them to fail.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, fuck this band, because I mean, you want that because they were. I saw real. This is real. It's great. This is what it should be. You know, deathcore, and then both our bands took off. I mean, we're playing with each other in small bars, and then now we're both in arenas.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I owe a lot. My career, I do owe to that band.
Yeah,
that's
because
so sick.
I was never pushed that much until when I started hearing. Because then you're going to school and you're seeing the T-shirts, and people are talking about them, and like, oh, this is.
Yeah, this is real.
Some real shit,
this is real shit, dude. Shout out to Johnny, man, singer.
Yeah. He's an incredible vocalist.
Incredible.
Dude.
Yeah.
To this day, like, still just
Crushing.
Oh, if I could sound an ounce like Johnny Davey. Oh
man. Oh, gee, look at that, dude. They're fucking kids.
Yeah.
Kids,
Such a classic video.
They had great riffs, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like sneaky technical.
Yeah, like they're actually pretty damn
especially
hard to play.
On the
Really?
Genesis record.
Yeah, dude, like
was it Genesis? What's it called?
Genesis is
the one after
the
this.
one after this.
Yeah.
The more death metal record.
Yeah.
The EP, the little like demo EP they put up before Doom was also so sick.
This album artwork is also just iconic as fuck too.
Yeah, that's great.
Should talk about the reimagining of the artwork too. The artist that we
Oh
worked
yeah,
with.
yeah. It was really cool. Like we wanted to do like with our covers, like we wanted to do like a full homage. So like we had all the covers like reimagined by another artist to do like kind of cover the song, cover the artwork, and then we tried to do the same thing with the logo too. I had like a dude that I hit up and I was like, look, we're doing these covers. If you can try to do our logo in vein of like those bands logos, so we could have like a complete kind of package of like the covers, which I thought was cool. So instead of just doing like a generic kind of artwork with like our logo on it and just being like, here's our cover song, like I wanted to have like the full fucking package.
The full package.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is it made us feel old because we did these covers and then kids are like, yo, this new song is sick, and like having no fucking idea who these bands were, and then being like, can you believe that this cover looks just like that one? Like, it's like, that's the fucking point. But like, kids didn't know. They're young.
Yeah.
They have no idea who these bands are.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or they don't know how to read.
But that was
Or they,
but also I think like it's nice to talk about this because we haven't really publicly talked about any of this stuff. Like, you know, you read the comments here and there, but because there's a lot of people who are like more of the older head kind of people, and they're like, why would you cover this song? Like the original is like the best it's ever gonna be.
Sure.
Like, you know, and typical with a lot of covers. But that was like never our goal. Was never to like outdo these songs or like modernize them. It was like to bring this new generation of fans of deathcore, of young kids who like their first bands that like get them into this genre are like Lorna Shore or Us or Brand of Sacrifice or Shadow of Intent.
Yeah.
It was the goal to like have those kids listen to these songs and then go back, like be like, wow, this song rips, and Java Cowboy rips, like Suicide Silence rips, like going into all these like older bands that inspired us to write this stuff. That was the goal. Like, it's not just, you know, it's our own homage, and it was fun to do it, but I wanted to like show
tribute
these
almost,
kids
right?
that like this is where it started.
Yeah.
This is why we are a band.
Really
like,
cool.
Go back and listen to this stuff.
yeah,
'cause
appreciate
it's
where we came from.
timeless. It's timeless. Yeah.
It's crazy to think that the Entombment of the Machine scream, that's like our moment, and then kids' moments now is like the snarl from To the Hellfire.
Yeah.
That's literally
It's
like
true.
the comparison.
It's so
I
true.
never thought of that.
yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, I mean that, and what you guys have a song. What song is it? Is it Bleach?
Yeah.
Where like are people like singing along? Like you have like
The gang vocals.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, it's crazy, huh?
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah. It was
It's
insane.
It's a trip.
I never really thought that song would ever be like it is now. Like, I remember writing that song back in the day, and I did like the goal of the beginning of that was that. Like, I saw a lot of like OG bands do the gang vocals, you know, or even just the sample that everybody yells, like, you know, like because like in example for Carnifex, it was like I remember seeing Carnifex way back in the day play loud in my face, and everyone was like, what the fuck, and everyone just yells it, you know. I wanted like those moments to like be translated into our music, and like I was like, oh, we'll do this intro and we'll do this like this gang vocal chant thing, but I never, it just wrote it and was like, cool, that's
sounds
like
cool.
services what I thought
That's
the
pretty
goal
cool,
would
right?
be.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then here we are, like, I don't know, it's
like our
whatever,
biggest
6
song.
years, 7 years later, and it's like you get a whole
7
room,
years later.
a whole room of kids screaming that part is like a feeling. I don't know. It's
Atlanta was
indescribable.
insane.
Yeah.
Dude. Atlanta was
Atlanta
like
was nuts.
over. How many people was that? Like over 1,000 people
Thousands,
screaming.
yeah.
It was insane.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I'll speak on this from an unbiased standpoint because I wasn't a part of the band when Descentiate came out, but in our local scene and in deathcore in general at the time, that record is huge for a lot of people. Like Descentiate when it came out.
Yeah.
That, you know, you have songs like Leech, Dark Omen, like that, like for me, when I just moved to Vancouver hearing that record, I was like, whoa. Like this like left an impact on a lot
Really?
of people. Oh yeah, big time. Like for me, it's an honor getting to play these songs because I was a fan of the band before joining.
Yeah.
And I feel like that record still holds like a very important place in a lot of like deathcore kids' hearts. Like that Descentiate record is an homage to like so much, and it's like a staple right now. of the genre, in my opinion.
That's so crazy.
But
It is crazy, to
crazy.
hear that, man.
I mean, it
Like,
came out in 2015. I mean, you guys have
Yeah.
really been grinding. I mean, it took a while for. I mean, you're saying it was now it's a staple now.
Yeah.
It's crazy how long it took Angelmaker to really. Okay, now you guys are.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning earlier
trip,
when
man.
I was like,
Yeah.
we were a local band for a long time, like, and we've been a band a long time, and I think that's something that like not a lot of people like notice or think about, which doesn't affect me in any way. Like that's it's cool, but yeah, like 2011 to like 2017.
yeah.
We never toured.
Yeah.
Like we just played local shows. We put up music. We just did it for like, and we still do, but just did it for the love of being like, yeah, deathcore's sick. I want to write fucking deathcore and just play any local show we get offered and this and that. It wasn't really like ever at that point, like there was no idea of it being like a career, a job, or anything that was like that. It was just like, this is sick. Let's do it. And then, yeah, after Dissension came out, it was like, a lot of people started noticing us and a lot of people started giving us attention, and then it was like, oh, you guys should tour, and it was like, well,
Yeah.
I don't know
real.
shit about touring.
Yeah.
And we did our first 2 tours, headlined them, and just full send, just like not knowing anything about anything, and it worked out great. And then we got
Summer Slaughter right
Summer
after
Slaughter, which is our third
Boom.
tour ever, and it was like, all right, big boy pants on.
Yeah, I got a belt now. Come on.
But these guys did it the right way, man. They waited, they created the demand, and then they supplied it. They didn't shoot their shot right away, immediately go out and tour, lose a bunch of money, and have nobody come. They created fantastic art that people wanted to hear live. They created the demand, and then they supplied it. It was a very like well thought out, methodical, like patient way to do it. You know what I mean?
That's sick, man.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we're like, we don't know what we're fucking doing.
Very well thought out. That was totally the
Nobody
point.
fucking knows what they're doing.
I don't fucking know what I'm doing right now. Dude. Come on. but I've been joking about that, but it hit me like 3 weeks ago. Like, oh wait, I always say that jokingly, but I don't know what I'm doing. However, you know what you want. You know what you don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's just
And
like,
you
you-
kind of just do it, right?
You're just doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't want this, but I want this, and just do it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sick. But I'm honored that you guys came here, man.
Oh, we're honored to be
course.
here.
Yeah, seriously.
Thank you, man.
We got to get Paleface in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fucking proud of you guys. How far your band has come.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you,
know,
man.
Thank you so much.
It's really cool being in like the outside, but in it at the same time and seeing you guys fucking just go up the flyer, man. It's badass. You guys
Thank
have
you.
earned it.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
And it's,
You guys-
Yeah, thank
an
you.
honor
guys-
for us too, like to know you, and we're friends with you now. It's like
Be here,
You know,
yeah.
10 years ago you'd asked us that, we're like, no way.
Yeah.
No fucking way,
Dude,
dude.
yeah. Not a chance I would believe that.
So
Yeah.
thank you too.
Yeah.
No, Angelmaker is now an official staple in the deathcore scene.
Thank you.
Official staple, man. You guys aren't going anywhere. It's badass. It's cool.
Appreciate
you,
that.
man.
How do you guys?
Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Chris.
Yeah.
Where can people find you guys?
Everywhere.
yeah.
Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
Twitter.
Everywhere.
We try to be everywhere we can.
Sick.
Yeah.
Cast a wide net.
Yes.
Angelmaker
Come
band.
see us. Come see us on
Yes,
tour.
Angel
Yeah,
Maker.
come see us on tour and keep your eyes out. We might be back here
Check out
towards the end of the year.
Sooner than later.
Check out Angelmaker tour, record, singles, merch. That's what's up. Everyone,
Consume.
that's it. Later.
Thank you.
Angelmaker.